Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak.
World premiere.
They say the winds of change appear after the rain, but only some might find where the sunlight lies. No matter how they martyr you, don't ever let it bother you. You're stronger than they say. You will live another day. Did you grow from the pain, or just suffer in vain? Sometimes it's hard to find your own peace of mind. I lie awake and think of you and all the selfish things I do. I just can't understand how to make amends. When will the sunrise, sunrise? Had enough moonlight, moonlight. So sick of the night, the night. Bring on the sunlight, sunlight. My heart was on my sleeve. I know you watched it bleed, hemorrhaging in my hands. But still my love will stand. No matter how much pain you feel, don't ever doubt that you are real. You're not the only one who's still searching for the sun. When will the sunrise, sunrise? Had enough moonlight, moonlight. So sick of the night, the night. Bring on the sunlight, sunlight. When will the sunrise, sunrise? Had enough moonlight, moonlight. So sick of the night, the night. Bring on the sunlight, sunlight.
Oh, that is so good. Brand new from Sotah. The band is, it's spelled Sotah, and that is called Sunrise. If I sound a little nervous, I apologize in advance, but, well, it'll all make sense in a moment, but let me get these mics up here. I'm not often, Well, let me get the camera on too on Casey Casey Darren here, because you look a little bit different than the last time I saw you, and you appear to have gone through some sort of transition, shall we say, if I can use that term. Oh, wait a second. I can't. Oh, I see why. I apologize. Please don't bite me. Don't bite my neck. There we go.
You're really tempting me.
Oh,
here. I've got to say, I've got to be honest here. Yes.
This is legitimately terrifying.
You can hear me now out in the space waves.
Oh, we can hear you. There's no need to do anything
All right.
rash.
Well, yes. Since the last time that I was here in the studio, you see, I did go through some major changes. The whole band did.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, we were in the studio for months on end up in rural Maine.
Yes.
And very few people know this, but in Maine, there's actually a large community of vampires. We got to meet them. We got to go into their camp. And after a few days in Maine, we actually became vampires, you see. We got bitten, and we are now undead, and this is something that we kind of have to live with now.
I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and introduce your partner in crime.
Yes,
there,
yes, he's never been here before, but
Yeah.
this is my younger brother, Killian. He's got a very good vampire name, Count Killian over here.
That is a good vampire name. Yeah, go ahead, Killian.
Yeah, the thing is, the rest of the band, we're all fine. He's the only one choosing to dress up this way, and
That's not true. When you turn into a vampire, this is what happens.
it's not his dress is the only thing. He's been acting different. Last night he had a garlic knot, and he was crying in the bathroom for like an hour.
Well, I can see how that would be upsetting.
Yeah.
In a sense. Wow. Okay, so you have also Killian. You are also a vampire now.
Yes,
Because you are kind of pale. I'm usually the most pale person in the room, but you do have very light skin, sir.
That's probably just the Irish blood in him.
Oh, okay. I see. Wow. Is it still Irish blood? I mean, he's a vampire now.
Well,
How does that work?
you know, we're many different types of blood in us.
Well, I can imagine. Yes.
Just the nature of being a vampire, we do partake in the delicious offerings of blood. So yes, he's got a little Irish blood in him. He met a man named Patrick O'Hannigan last week, and that's where that comes from. So
I see. Now that makes sense. What is it about Maine? Should people not go to Maine? You know, we've had guests here on the show who are musicians from the state of Maine, and now I'm concerned I may have put myself and Jenny in danger. Could they have been vampires and we didn't know it? Is the entire state of Maine vampires? I mean, what's the situation?
well, no, it's very locked up. It's a locked up community. We actually happened to just stumble upon it, being up in the studio.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that kind of happened. Not many people know about it, but we stumbled upon it, and now here we are today. So you don't have to worry.
Okay.
But if you do smell something a little funky, just don't walk towards it, because
Yes.
that's what Killian did, and now look at us now.
Oh, okay. So
yes.
it's Killian's fault.
I would say.
Yes. Okay. Any misconceptions? I mean, you guys are out in the daylight to come here. I mean, how does that work?
Well, we were packaged in a cardboard box on the way here.
I see.
We were driven in. We've been up since 8 o'clock last night.
Oh, my.
So we are giving you some extra daylight hours today being here. We are very tired. We are, it has been difficult, but we are here and we are happy to be here.
And I assume you wear SPF 100 sunscreen in these situations?
In a situation like this, yes, it was a little nerve-wracking coming into the studio.
Yes.
Being transported out of the cardboard box and into the studio was a little nerve-wracking. So, yes, we did lather up this morning. That is true.
Okay. No, that makes sense. We want you to be healthy. Now, so how does this relate? Like, did the song and the video come about? I mean, obviously, the video came about post transformation. What about the song Sunrise?
I wrote the song Sunrise about 3 years ago.
Oh.
It is a song about Just, being in darkness and wanting to find the light and really wishing that you weren't always in darkness. Something about vampires is that we live much of our life in darkness.
Yes.
I think many people, vampire or not, live their life with some darkness in their life.
Yes.
And I think that the message of the song, it was just me trying to express that I wanted to find the light. And I knew that there was some light deep within me.
Yes.
But yes, it was written pre-vampire transformation, and I found that the transformation into vampire just worked very well.
Oh, good.
It did. It matched the message of the song very well.
Well, that's good. Very convenient.
I would say.
Yes. Jenny was saying in the chat room she woke up with the song in her head this morning because it's very, very catchy.
We did try to make it a little hypnotic. That is true.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I understand that. Yes. I was tapping along. You probably saw. I couldn't help it. Couldn't help it.
That could have been just because I was looking at you.
Well,
it's
that might be.
That I can do.
That might be as well. And I have to say, I'm a little anxious. I mean, you tell me I'm not in any danger, but I've never had a vampire on the show before, or vampires.
If we get hungry, Killian will be the first to dive in. So I will try to hold him back. Killian is feisty.
I appreciate that. Yes. Now, Killian, what's your role on the track or in the band?
I play bass and backup vocals.
Okay, very good. Now, are you a permanent member of Sotah?
I am a permanent member.
Excellent. Okay, so because I know this is your first time on the show with us, but obviously we've been playing your music for a few years. Casey's been on pre-vampiric era. Has been on the show a bunch of times, but so it's great to finally meet you.
Thank you.
I mean, I hope you don't bite my neck, but it's wonderful to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes. And the whole band is vampires now?
We've all turned into vampires. The other two, they were too afraid to come out in the daylight. I had to convince my younger brother to be here, and he is happy to be here. I have to say, he's a wonderful bass player. As you see in the music video, he actually learned how to play the upright bass.
Yes.
He is phenomenal. He's a great musician, and it is an honor to have him in the band. He's been in the band from the very beginning.
Yes.
This Sunrise is actually the first track that he recorded bass on, which it's very cool. If you listen to the bass lines, he did a very good job.
Oh, yeah.
Recording his lines.
Oh, I noticed. Yeah, I'm a bass player myself, so I noticed that. So in the video, you're playing an upright bass. Is that do you actually play an upright bass?
In high school, I played in orchestra, so I played a little bit of upright, but it's not my main.
Yeah,
thing, but yeah.
I've always been kind of fascinated by it. I've never even attempted to play an upright bass, but it looks awkward. It looks very awkward to me. Yeah, like take some time to learn them. I'm sure. Very cool. Now, is this track part of an album, or is it just a single, or what's?
It is a standalone single. We do have more tracks coming. But they are also different in nature that we didn't think that they fit together in a cohesive EP or LP format. So
yes.
This is a standalone single.
Okay. Very good. Now, what else? What are you? Oh no! Do vampires get sick? How does that work?
It is not sickness. It is.
Is it allergies?
A little bit of blood in the back of my throat. This gravelly voice, it does great on my vocal cords.
Oh, I see. I didn't know if it was. There's a lot of pollen. I didn't know if vampires are susceptible to allergies.
No, sir. It is this. This is a side effect of having this new gravelly voice.
I see. Do vampires have allergies at all?
We can.
Okay.
We do. We are allergic to garlic. We are allergic to silver. We don't like silver.
No.
So if there is any silver jewelry in this room, please, we ask you to kindly take it off.
I can't wear jewelry. I'm allergic. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I actually.
Did you just say you are allergic to silver?
Yeah.
Is there something we do not know about you, Matt Connaughton?
I can't. Well, I've never been able to wear silver jewelry. I am allergic to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I suspect that you might have some sort of vampiric lineage in your family somewhere down the line.
It's possible. I mean, I am quite pale.
Well, that could just be the other lineage, but we won't talk about that.
I mean, if you ever see me with a tan, it's fake.
You spray tan?
I rub some stuff in, make me a little less pale.
I was thinking about doing that, but I broke out, so I had to stop.
I can see where that would be a problem. Yes. So this just came out yesterday, correct?
Yes, yesterday on Friday the 13th.
Ah, how fortuitous.
It worked out perfectly, I must say.
Yes. And where did you shoot the video? I'm really curious about the video.
Killian, why don't you tell Matt Connerton where we shot the video?
We went to a castle in Windham, New Hampshire.
Okay.
We also went to a chapel, and then we filmed some of the dream sequence you'll see. We went to Hampton Beach.
Okay.
We got a lot of looks, definitely.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
The Hampton beachgoers do not take kindly to vampires. They are more of a Jersey Shore type of crowd, and they do not like the vampires.
What do you think it is? You think they're just afraid you're going to like go into the water and bite them or something, or what?
I think they're judgmental, Matt. Mm-hmm. I think that they are very judgmental to our kind, and
Yes.
I do not appreciate it.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't appreciate that either. Wow. Okay. I mean, I have kind of a similar thing if I go to the beach and go into the water, but that's more just because I have body hair.
Oh,
so they're very
let me tell you
judgmental.
about body hair. I might be part werewolf as well because I have got a thick coat of fur on my chest.
Well, that makes you a double threat. That's,
I would say so, yes.
Wow. Wow. How about you, Killian? Are you also potentially a werewolf?
Not as far as I know. I also we didn't develop an accent.
Yeah.
When you get bit, you just turn into a vampire, but you don't actually have to talk. This is just something that he's taken too seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think that is the case. I am a vampire. This is what vampires do. We all know that this is what happens when you get bitten.
Well, I think so. I feel like you're being a little judgmental of Killian, like because he's not embracing his new identity as you are.
This is not an identity. This is who I am. This is just what happened.
Right.
And I don't understand. He's over here and he's pretending like this is not something. This cloak, it just appeared on me one day. He says that I'm choosing to wear this. That is not true.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, perhaps it'll just appear on him. I mean, perhaps it takes longer with some than with others to become fully vampiric, if that is a word. I think it is.
You gotta stop saying that I'm not. I'm sorry. You have to stop saying that I am not a vampire.
Oh, be careful there. I mean, people are going to start to wonder if you're really a vampire.
I am a vampire.
I understand.
I am a vampire, Matt.
I understand.
Don't get me angry.
I know. I could feel you reading my thoughts earlier. Because vampires can do that. Yes.
And some of those we are not allowed to repeat on air.
Well, again, just very fearful. But no, I'll mind my P's and Q's. So let's see. So for those who don't know the band, where does the name come from? I know we've talked about it before, but for the uninitiated.
Yes, for these new Sotah listeners, our name comes from the story of the poison water.
Okay.
So back in old ancient times, if you were thought to have committed adultery against your significant other, you would go to the trial of poison water.
Yes.
And if you drank the poison water and you died, you were an adulterer.
Seems like a no-win situation.
Well, if you did drink the poison water and you survived, you were not an adulterer.
Oh, fair
Very
enough.
few survived.
Okay.
So there were a lot of these people that they dubbed Sotah. Sotah is a person who was an adulterer. And it was the trial of poison water. Sotah is the trial of poison water.
Ah, I see.
yes.
I see.
And I just guess that at the time when I made the band, it fell into place. We wrote the song Sotah, and I had the phrase in my head. Maybe there was some vampiric quality in me back then as well, because I heard the phrase, poison the water, and I loved that phrase, so I wrote a song around that. And then I looked it up on Google. Yes, vampires do use Google, but back then I was not a vampire.
No.
But anyways,
Yeah.
beside the point. I looked it up on Google, poison the water, and then I saw Sotah, and I said, Sotah is a beautiful name.
Yes.
And I looked up on Spotify, and there was no Sotah, so I said, that is our name.
Okay. Oh, very good. Very good. Have you done any kind of like, you mentioned you might have, like, maybe have some vampiric lineage. Have you done, like, 23andMe or anything like that?
I have not done 23andMe yet. Have you done that, Killian?
I've not.
Yeah.
I've looked on Ancestry, but
No.
Where are we from? Where do we come from?
we come from Londonderry, New Hampshire. Certainly not Transylvania.
Are you sure?
Okay, just because I come from Londonderry does not mean that I don't talk like this. I am getting very irritated with my younger brother.
Yes. I can see that. Well, I would have say, too, just because you're from Londonderry doesn't mean you couldn't have visited Maine and become a vampire.
Well, Killian has a lot of opinions. We'll leave it at that.
I mean, because if you think about it, if you're in New Hampshire, the odds of you of even visiting Maine are much higher than, say, if you were in Transylvania. If you were from Transylvania, you'd probably never go to Maine. So
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't know. I think the people up in Maine that we met, I do think that they came from Transylvania, but in the olden times.
I see.
In olden times, and they do live in the shadows. They live in the woods. They live in the caves.
Yes.
I don't know why we ventured our way out there. I'd like to blame it on Killian.
Now, is your transformation or apotheosis? I'm not even sure what the right term for this is. So forgive me. Does this affect how you perform on stage?
Funny enough, no. When I sing, I sing completely normal. And when I talk on stage, this all goes away. And in fact, let me tell you so much that when I perform on stage, for some reason the cloak disappears, and then I'm back into my plaid suits with my fun ties. I don't know what happens. It just seems to me that I only turn into a vampire at promotional appearances.
Okay.
So I do not quite understand what that is all about, but take that for what you will.
But that saves you time on wardrobe changes, right? Because if things disappear, you don't have to get into anything.
It makes for less confusion on stage for sure. I do not have to explain to the audience that no, we are not a ghost ripoff, we are not a ghost cover band, because it just disappears as I appear on stage.
Yes.
So it works out very well. It's only in appearances like this with you, Matt Connerton, that I turn into a vampire.
Wow.
I can't explain. I can't explain it.
I'm getting very. I think I'm having a panic attack. To be honest with you, maybe now's a good time to play a song. Do you want to play a song?
I would
for
love
us?
to play you a song, and it's funny that you brought up the name of Sotah, because I think that would be a wonderful song for us to play for your audience today.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful. Let's see. So we've got that guitar plugged in. Let's see if I got a level on that.
Gotta get out that last bit of garlic in my throat.
Ooh, that sounds nice. The guitar sounds great. And Killian, do you sing also, or do you only play?
I do some background vocals in some of our songs.
Okay.
And I sing outside of it, but...
Oh, excellent. Well, I think this is. I think we're ready. Dying to hear you. I didn't mean to put it that way. I'm eager to hear
Real
you guys.
nice, Matt Cotton. I'm dying.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. No, I'm not dying to. But
We're dying.
right. No. Well, you're dead or you're undead.
We are undead,
I don't know.
yes.
I don't know how this works.
It's okay. Neither do I.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is new to you. Very good. So, guys, I'm anxious to hear you play live.
All right, we'll drop the voice and we will play you a song. This is a song called Sotah by a band called Sotah.
All right.
The web of lies can be hard to keep track of. You're in your head and you're spinning your fortune. It's not enough to know you've got them all tricked. You're tangled up and it makes them so sick. One misstep and you've lost your footing. And now you don't even know who you're hurting. It could be them, it could be you. What does your heart tell you to do? You poison the water, but I'll be fine. You poison the water, yeah, I'll be fine. Hey, 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 hey. And I don't care what you've done to me. I'm just so mad you hurt my family. And I don't care if the love was true. I know I've done all I could do. Looking back, the water was clear. It all makes sense why you disappeared. And now it's turned, the deep is red, so red. La 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 la. You poison the water, but I'll be fine. You poison the water, it was yours, not mine. You poison the water, but I'll be fine. You poison the water, it's yours, not mine. You poison the water again. You poison the I'll be fine. You poison the water, poison the water. Now you're not mine.
Sounding great. Sotah is here with us live in studio, and great job, guys. That sounded amazing.
Thank you so much. Alive and undead at the same time.
Yes, I didn't even think of that as I was saying it. Forgive me if I seemed distracted. I was rummaging through my bag, see if I had an old crucifix in there or something. But I don't.
Get that out of here.
Well, I'm sorry. I just
You don't even speak the name of the crucifix.
Well,
Get out
I'm
of
sorry.
Here. No, none of that talk.
I didn't know. I just hopefully you guys can control yourselves. I mean,
We're trying our best. We are up very late. We are tired. We are getting famished. We'll see if you survive by the end of this interview.
So vampires do get tired. See, I wasn't sure how that works.
Yes, I mean, we are undead, but we are not that different from humans. Yes, we drink blood. Yes, we do not like garlic, but we get tired, right? Killian, tell them about that one time you got so tired you bit the head off of a cow.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about that, Killian. I am curious.
I pulled an all-nighter as vampires do.
Yeah.
And I was in the morning. We were tired, and the only thing that was around me was a cow.
Yeah.
And you know the end of the story.
Right. Is that a vampire thing, or is that just something you do while you're in Maine?
Well, we do. I think the Mainers, they do like cow tipping. We do it a little differently, but I don't know that we want to talk about that on there because it is a little graphic.
It sounds grisly.
It is grisly.
Yes.
That is for certain.
Yes. Wow. Well, very exciting. Very exciting. Now, are you guys playing a lot of shows? Have you been touring, or what's the situation there?
We have been quite busy. We have been playing about a show locally per month the past 6 months.
Oh.
With the excitement of the release of our song Sunrise, we decided to take a step back. We did not do a show in the month of June. However, we are doing a very exciting release party for the single next month at the Shaskeen in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh.
It is dubbed Cute Fun Music for Cute Fun People.
Oh.
We have got a mix of hardcore punk bands, metal bands, us. It is going to be a cute, fun time, and we are very excited.
Oh, very good. That's in July?
It is Thursday, July 17th. It is $5 at the door, and so for a cheap time, it is a cheap time, and you can have a cheap date with us, Sotah. And
wow.
I promise you, we will try not to scare you, because I do think, like I said, we probably will not be donned in this attire at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you need special zoning for that. If you're doing a vampire.
The Irish pubs, they do not take kindly to vampires. I'll tell you what, there is for some reason, a very large Catholic presence in the Irish pubs.
Oh, that makes sense.
We try to subvert that, and we try to sneak in and blend in with the crowd.
Yes, I completely understand. Now, who else is on the show with you? Do you recall offhand?
Yes, we have Bastard Curse, Trading Tombstones.
Oh, I love them.
Yes, they are phenomenal.
Yes.
And Paint the Town Dead. So it goes very well with our undead theme. But like I said, it is all cute, fun music.
Yes. Paint the Town Dead. That's a cool name.
Yes, they were a band that was formed 20 years ago in our hometown of Londonderry, New Hampshire, and they broke up 20 years ago.
Oh.
And for the first time ever, they are actually playing tonight in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
No
and
kidding.
they're coming back next month to play with us.
Oh,
and
wow.
we are very excited. It's the reunion of Paint the Town Dead.
Wow. After 20 years?
After 20 years.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing. Now, do you want to talk at all about what else you've been doing outside of Sotah?
Oh, sure, yes. My last year was very busy. Before I had gotten turned into a vampire, I was on tour with The Defiant, which is a supergroup of phenomenal punk musicians. It is Dickie Barrett of the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. We have Greg Camp of Smash Mouth, Pete Parada, formerly of The Offspring, Joey LaRocca from The Briggs, and did I mention Johnny Rio of Street Dogs yet? Johnny Rio of Street Dogs. It is a wonderful, really cool punk band. We did a tour last year with Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
Oh, okay.
And then this past December, we went out on a West Coast tour with Social Distortion. And I don't do much for the band. I made some of their music videos. I am their merch guy. I help them roadieing. So it's not like I'm front and center, but I do enjoy my time with the Defiant. They treat me well, and it is very fun being in the professional world of music on the road.
Yes, that's exciting. Are you concerned at all, like when you go out on the road with them in the future, like because obviously in terms of in your new form, I mean, what you can eat on the road changes, right?
It does. Yes, you can't have pizza quite often, but I am hoping to find some sort of cure by the end of this promotional cycle of Sunrise. I am really hoping that I can turn back into my human form.
Yeah, because otherwise you'll be out on the road and you'll have to go when everyone else is eating at a restaurant, you go into the woods or something.
It won't work. It just won't work. So I am really hoping that by some stroke of luck, by the end of the rollout of Sunrise, I will no longer be. It won't work for our band. I got to tell you, we have songs that being a vampire, it just does not make sense.
Yes.
So I am hoping that we can find some sort of remedy for this disease that we have been inflicted with.
Oh my goodness! Now, what about you, Killian? Do you intend to also seek a cure? It seems to have affected you quite differently, and by that I mean very little.
Yeah, I mean it affects me. Obviously, I have to stay away from the sun, but
yeah,
I don't. It doesn't affect what I wear, or definitely not my voice. So
yeah,
I would like.
I got the higher strain of it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that can happen. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't know.
Yeah. I mean, that can happen. Yeah. So, so I didn't know that you could even cure this. I didn't think it was I thought it was like a permanent thing. Like once you're a vampire, it's like eternal, right? Because don't you live forever?
That's what they say, but I did hear that from a marketing standpoint that it does not look too good to be a vampire in a band, especially when you're in a ska band. So from a marketing standpoint, I'm really hoping that there is a cure.
Yes. Well, I hope you can find something. I mean, the medical technology today is remarkable.
It's incredible. I got to tell you, some of these doctors that we had back in the 1800s, they did not do it. But nowadays, it is not much better, but it is somewhat better.
I just thought of something. What about what Keith Richards does? Because doesn't he have like a full, maybe this is urban legend, but I've heard that he has like a full blood transfusion.
He did do a blood transfusion, and we do our morning blood transfusions. It helps us very well. We get the blood of our neighbors and whoever else is in the area.
No, I understand, but by transfusion, I don't mean like, when you have to feed. I mean like an actual, take all the blood out, put new blood in, or however it works.
I think I might want to go and have a blood transfusion shortly after this interview wraps up, Matt Connaughton.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. Just to be clear. No, I meant like a medical procedure, I don't mean
it's strictly medical here.
I don't, I mean, these, look, I mean, we can't stain the studio here with blood. I'll get in trouble.
I know these white walls, but I do notice up on the walls you have these soundproof boards, and they are red, so I might take a couple of those. I mean, we do have red carpets, so it might not be as bad as you think, Matt Connaughton.
I can recommend somewhere you can go to, feed.
Interesting. Will you be there?
No. I mean, but we have, woods, and I'm sure there's wildlife, and maybe an elk or something.
We are in the middle of Manchester. This is a city. I don't know about that. I think I'm getting hungry and I want to feed soon.
Well,
I don't want to go on the trip into the woods.
Well, this is very worrisome. Would you guys like to play another song? Maybe,
yes.
maybe you can satiate.
Yes, maybe
with
that
song.
will calm me down.
Oh, perhaps. Yes.
We'd like to perform a song for you. This is a cover by a band, Ghost. Everyone has been telling us lately that we remind them of Ghost.
Ooh.
I do not understand the comparison. I really do not. Some say that this is a gimmick. I say this is just life. But we are going to play you a song. This is a song about depression. It fits very well with the darkness of Sunrise. This is a song called If You Have Ghosts.
All right.
Have ghosts. You have everything. If you have ghosts, you have everything. You can say anything you want, and you can do do anything you want to do. If you have ghosts, you have everything. One never does that. One never does that. You can call it surprise, there it is, and a part of me is me. One never does that. In the night, I am real. In the night, I am real. The moon to the left is a part of my thoughts, and a part of me is me. Forever is the wind in the night. I am real. Now this next part I will talk about my vampiric qualities. I will talk a little bit about the physical essence of being a vampire. And it goes something a little like this. I don't want my fangs too long. I don't want my fangs too long. The moon to the left is a part of my thoughts, and a part of me is me. Forever is the wind in the night. I am real. If you have ghosts, you have everything. If you have ghosts, you have everything. If you have ghosts, you have everything. If you have ghosts, you have everything.
Oh my God, that was so good. Good job, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Love it. I love it. If you're just joining us, we have Sotah here in studio with us. Casey and Killian are here live and sounding amazing. By the way, so where do you guys record? Like where was Sunrise recorded?
So we took a different approach this time. We used to record at Blackheart Sound in Manchester, New Hampshire. It was a very good. What we did there, we wanted a very local approach when we used to record our music. We went for a very nice homegrown, very DIY approach. But with this single cycle and with the new songs that we are recording, I really wanted to step outside of my comfort zone. So for the first time ever in my entire musical career, we worked with a producer, and we worked with the producer Kevin Billingsley. He's a wonderful, wonderful producer who's up in Maine, and you see, he has recorded many bands like Major Moment. He has worked with bands. He has understudied for Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh, wow.
Just incredible bands. Trawl is another band. They're local.
Oh, I love Trawl. We had them on the show recently.
Yes, Kevin Billingsley does some of their music as well. Wonderful, wonderful bands. And I said, I've been wanting to work with this man for many, many years. So we went up to the Halo studio just north of Portland, Maine. And we recorded with him, and it was a wonderful experience. It changed my mindset on what musical recording could be and songwriting could be. He really pushed us to our limits. He got the best out of us, and he put together just a beautiful sounding product. I have to say, I am, for the first time ever in my musical career, I am just so excited with how the music sounds. I listen to it, and I don't go back and say, oh, I wish I did something like this.
Yeah.
No, he got perfection out of us, and I am so excited to have worked with him. He is wonderful.
Oh, very good. Do you plan to work with him again?
Oh, by far. Killian, talk a little bit about your experience with Kevin. Tell us, how did you feel about Kevin?
He was amazing. Like, this was my first time, this is my first time recording with Sotah, and it was just, like, right off the gun. Like, he was so nice. He helped us, he gave us things we could change about our songs. And he just, like, the production value was just so surreal. And he was just so good to work with. He was very friendly the whole time. It wasn't like a producer that, like, makes you stressed out, like, oh, you have to do this. Like,
right.
It was like, oh, here's how we can change this. And, like, if we're struggling, like, recording something, or, like, we're struggling getting a part down, he'd, like, work through it with us, and, like, just very, very
He never got frustrated. That's right. He brought the best qualities out of you, and he did it in a way where he knew that you could do something musically, and he never put you down if it was difficult for you to get there.
Yeah.
He walked you along the way, and he did it in such a kind. Yes, you're right. It was just a wonderful experience to have him change your mind and approach it in a way that you never felt like you were a bad musician for not coming up with this idea first. He was like, this is how we can enhance your idea.
Yeah.
He did a wonderful job.
I feel like a good producer kind of becomes like an extra member of the band.
It's very true. Look at the Beatles. They had their fifth Beatle. It was their producer. And because of him, they put out great quality work. And I think that Kevin has been our fifth and a half. I say half because we have a half member in our band. He was severed in two. So that is why he is half. He plays the piano for us in Sotah.
Was that also in Maine?
That did happen in Maine,
okay,
yes. He did not want to become a vampire. He is not in the music video because of which. So we decided to eat his lower half.
Sure.
So, yes, he plays the piano at about half of our shows.
Okay.
Yes.
I see.
So that's why I say that Kevin was our fifth and a half member of Sotah for this recording process.
Well, that makes sense. So do you intend to record with him again?
Oh, most definitely, yes. Yes, we have 3 more songs that we are going to release over the course of the next year.
Okay.
But, do I have songs brewing? Yeah. I have many songs that we are going to go back and record, and I'm very excited to do so.
And what's the name of his studio again?
It's the Halo Studio.
Halo?
Yes.
Are you able to, in your current form, or forms, because you've both technically, are you able to go to a place called with Halo in the name?
Well, I'll tell you what. The whole vampire thing, it happened the day after we finished recording up in Maine. It was very fortuitous that we did not go into the Halo as vampires, because I don't think we would have made it through the night.
Yeah.
But again, as I said, I'm hoping by the end of this release schedule for Sunrise that I will no longer be a vampire, and I can go back into the Halo studio.
Yes. Oh, excellent. Well, we'll hope for that. Do you have any plans to do a new EP or an album? I know this is a standalone single. What's because there's so many different ways, so many different approaches you can take to releasing music.
I do have an album in my sights. It is a matter of finalizing some of the songs. When I make a musical project, I like to have cohesion with it. I like to have a cohesiveness. And like I said, these songs did not necessarily have a cohesiveness quality to them. But I do have an album that I have been writing, and we'll talk more about it in time, but it is a record about time. It's about life. It's about fleeting time. And I have many songs that I have written, life and death, and wanting to cheat death, wanting to escape death, but coming to reality that sometimes you cannot cheat death. So that is on the horizon. I have a handful of songs that the next time we go to Kevin, it will be a full EP. LP, my mistake. It will be our Sotah's first LP.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Now, do either of you have any other projects that you're also involved in, or is it Sotah exclusively, or?
Killian, he plays a lot of music, from theaters to other bands. Tell him what you do.
Yeah, I have a lot of other music outlets. I play drums in another smaller ska band. I do pits for a bunch of musicals here and there.
Oh, wow. Cool.
He recently did Sweeney Todd, so it worked very well being a vampire in that setting.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes. Wow, very cool. Now, what's the other band?
It's called Hand Me Downs. They're out of southern New Hampshire, Londonderry, Manchester.
Okay, very cool. And if you guys now, so you guys are brothers. How long have you been making music together? A long time, right?
Well, we have been playing together for a number of years now.
Yeah.
In Sotah, I exclusively write the music, and I give it to the rest of my band members, and I tell them, take this as a palette and do what you want with it. And I try to let them have the freedom to kind of embellish their parts the way they would want to play them.
Yeah.
So Killian and I don't necessarily write together, but we have been performing together for since very early on in the band. I would say we probably 4 years now we've been playing with Sotah together.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And Killian, are you on all the Sotah tracks that have been released so far?
I'm not. So the Sunrise that just came out, that is my first song that I've recorded.
Oh, that's
on,
the first one. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
For the early Sotah material, I really wanted it to be. I wanted to take a Dave Grohl approach where I did as many of the instruments as possible. So I played bass on the first, the first 6 songs that we ever released. It was me, and then I outsourced the drumming elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
Because I cannot do drums, so we had others do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But Killian, you'll be on everything going forward, I assume, right?
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Yes,
very
I've
nice.
changed my mentality, and I want to make sure that all of my band members are featured equally, because I have accrued a very good ensemble of phenomenally talented musicians, and I want them to have their moments.
Yes. Well, not necessarily equally, right? Because you have one guy who's been severed.
He is half. He is in half, so
Yeah.
he gets half of the rest of everyone else. But
Yeah. No,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yes,
that
yes.
makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Very good. Very good. So the next show, so you've got the official release in July at Chaskin. I forget the date.
yes, it's Thursday, July 17th.
July 17th.
Yes.
Okay. With Trading Tombstones, whom I love. I
Yes.
think we've had them on the show.
Yes, I believe you have.
We must have, yeah.
Yes, I think I tuned into that one.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
It becomes a blur.
Oh, I understand.
Although I shall not forget this one ever.
Well, you might not live to tell the tale,
Although,
Matt Connaughton.
I've recommended. There's neighborhoods I can send you to. Don't worry. There's plenty of
okay.
fresh meat for you to.
He's skirting around the issue at hand.
Well, and who else? What was the other one? The band that was apart for 20 years?
Paint the Town Dead.
Paint the Town Dead. Yes. And there was one other band, right? Or was there?
Yes, Bastard Curse.
Oh, yes.
We really pick them out, don't we, Matt?
Yes. Well, that sounds like a great show.
Yes, very doomy and gloomy.
That'll be at the Chaskin.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you have anything planned beyond that, or?
Well, our drummer, he is getting married very soon. He's getting
Oh.
married, so we are I think we are going to go back into the shadows for a little bit, as he's doing some life-changing things, even more so than becoming a vampire. So being married is a big commitment. So we will probably take some time off, but we have more music on the way. So we will supplement the time that we are not playing live shows with more music in your earwaves.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Very good. What is your hearing? Does your hearing change at all when you're a vampire? I thought like vampires can hear like longer distances, right?
I hear frequencies that no man should ever hear.
Oh.
I hear dog whistles. There's somebody two towns over, and they're using a dog whistle, and it is grating on my nerves.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, don't get too upset.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, very good. So I think we should end with we'll play Sunrise again. Such a great track to close out for people who are just tuning in. But where should people go online to keep up with everything that you guys are doing?
Just anywhere you want to. We are on the Facebooks. We are on the Instagrams. We are on TikTok. I make a lot of TikToks, and whether they're funny or not, that is for you to decide. We're on Spotify, YouTube. We have the music video. You, if you're listening and you are not seeing the visuals, you will understand why I sound the way I sound by watching our music video. It is on our YouTube. Anywhere, if you just look up Sotah, Sotah, band, you'll probably find us.
By the way, does your name ever get misspelled, like on a flyer or something? Does that ever happen?
More often than not, it gets mispronounced. People just don't understand. They don't understand. They say Sotah, and I say, no, it's just Sotah. It's Sotah. You can. There is no enunciation. Just say,
Yeah.
But then every now and then, yes, I'll say, oh, we're a band called Sotah, and they'll go Soda, and I go, no, it is not Soda. Why would I name my band Soda?
Right. And
But I get the confusion. I get it.
No, yeah. No, that makes sense. Well, guys, thank you. This has been wonderful. And we will play that again in just a moment. And if you miss any part of today's show, it'll be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, mattconnerton.com. If I'm not here next week, or Jenny, if I don't come home today, it's because I've been eaten or turned into a vampire or something. But you guys wouldn't do that to me, would you?
The verdict is not out yet.
I just realized something. You can't do that to me. You know why? Because I have to upload the show.
Oh no, we need our content, Killian, for the Instagrams.
Aha!
Oh, you got us there, Matt Connaughton. You got us there.
I got you there. Very good. Well, I feel much better. Jenny will be back next week. Go to her website, jencoffee.com, to keep up with everything that she's doing. Very proud of her. Doing great stuff. And again, Casey and Killian, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us. This has been wonderful. It's been something that I have loved to sink my teeth into.
Yeah, well said. Well said. And here it is. Again, if you missed it, this is the world radio premiere today. This is Sunrise, and the band is Sotah.
World premiere.